we?
Go, Your Majesty, you know.
Ah, sweet Jesus. It's me, Miss Cracker, and it's time for Review with the Jew. RuPaul's Drag Race Season 12, Episode 11. Now, you may have seen me review this with Roberta Elaine, the drag queen, on Pit Stop. Happy Mother's Day, Mom! Make sure to watch it on the RuPaul's Drag Race YouTube. But I don't want to rob you of hearing my perspective. No one is gone to begin with. Does anyone know that that's a Christmas Carol reference?
That's why you always say it like that?
Marley was dead to begin with.
I always thought you just were weird.
Heidi and Jackie, Dr. Jackie and Mr. Heidi, both delivered fierce lip syncs last week, and Ru saved them both. Shantae, you both stay. Heidi Epiphany and Jackie Coxworth feel refreshed, rejuvenated, but not everybody is pleased that we are back where we started a week ago.
I'm like a little shook that we're just right back to 6 now. Only because I'm like, okay, now we have to start over again.
Jada and Gigi are happy to see them back in the workroom, like I'm happy when something good happens to one of my friends. Oh, he proposed to you in the new house after you bought it? That's so great. But don't worry, Jada is not threatened by these bitches. She's like, oh, I have a win in every category. Improv, dance, face, butch realness, most likely to succeed. Enough! It's time for a mini challenge. Ru comes in dressed like a normal human person. Wow. Wear a suit and tells the girls it's time for the puppet challenge. The girls have to dress up some puppets and mock each other the house down. This is a milestone mini challenge. It's like Snatch Game meets Roast meets your mom. I don't know. Gigi is struggling. She pulls a cracker and drifts below the screen. But Jackie, of course, is living her life. She makes like childbirth and gives these kids a bloody show. Medical jokes, anyone? At this point, Jackie is the queen of improv. Her best comedy is right off the top of her head, like Monique's wigs. So Jackie, of course, is the winner of the mini challenge. This is her third challenge win. Of course, she doesn't want to stop here. She's looking forward to mini challenge win 4, 5, 6. Time for the main challenge. The main challenge today is, I think, the measure of a woman, the one-woman show. All the girls have to go back to their stations and come up with a one-woman show that slays, coached by none other than the iconic Whoopi Goldberg. Molly, you're on Drag Race, girl. Now, because Jackie won the mini challenge, she gets to assign the show order, and she is being very diplomatic. She's letting the other girls pick where they want to go in the show order. Usually, Ru is against this kind of thing. Every time someone is like, oh, I'm gonna let people do what they want because if people are happy, that's when they do their best work. She's like, no, make sure these bitches are scared. Don't you want the crown? And anyway, diplomacy can't make everyone happy. Even though everyone got a say in where they go in the show, Jada is like, She doesn't say anything, but it is clear she is not happy about having to go dead last. She looks angrier than 12 men. Cinema jokes, anyone?
Well, what's 12 Angry Men about?
It's about jury. 12 people.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was like a Spartacus type of movie for some reason.
Yes! Not the 300, but the 12. It was a small battle. It was like a skirmish. It was a bar fight. All right, enough. It's time to go to rehearsal. They have to rehearse their one-woman show in front of Ru herself and Whoopi. Jackie is such a nerd. She let slip right away that she knows Whoopi from Star Trek: The Next Generation. What a ridiculous reference. Everyone else knows Whoopi from Star Trek Generations, in which she escapes the Nexus and lives to tell the tale.
Star Trek: The Next Generation is different from Star Trek Generation?
Yeah.
They couldn't have gotten more creative?
No. Not that Ru hasn't been watching her own show since the beginning. Jackie's like, who's been watching the show since season 1? Ru's like, no!
Or has anyone watching since the first season? No. Some of you?
Heidi gets trained to act like me in my 20s.
You're just trying to stay up.
When Crystal walks on, Ru's like, ugh, just stick with the stuff that I like, please. Gigi's one-woman show imagines what it's like to go to hell. I guess she's doing The Good Place. Kayla?
I got it. The good place.
Whoopi explains to Jada what a vagina is.
Think of it as a flower. It starts to open, And then there's another part.
But the most important thing that Whoopi says is that if you're not funny, don't try to tell jokes. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just stand up there and be yourself. Give the audience a chance to connect with you. If you don't do that, they won't see you at all. But if you do, they have a chance to find out who you are and a chance to like you for who you are. You think Katya spends time writing one-liners? No. I keep giving people this advice, but it's so hard to put into words, and she says it like that. Because, you know, she's an Oscar-winning actress. Nominated?
Should we look it up?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
This is not Channel 4 News. All right, it's Elimination Day. It's time for the girls to get into makeup for their one-woman show. Now, this is going to be, I think, the purest possible test of a queen. They're up there with no backup dancers, no choreo, no script. All they have is their pure creativity, uniqueness, nerves, and talent. There is no better measure of a queen than a one-woman show, and incidentally, tickets to my one-woman show are available on digitaldragfest.com. What? Jackie is nervous because she had to change her entire concept overnight.
We'll see if it works.
Gigi opens up about why she has to be so much prettier than everybody.
I need to look as pristine as possible.
She's just self-conscious. Honestly though, I do understand what Gigi is saying. If you have inner demons, sometimes the best way to battle them is by putting on some lashes. The layers of drag can really feel like armor against yourself sometimes. Do you think if I was pretty that I would be putting on 14 layers of tights? No, I would be naked at a circuit party like all the other pretty boys. No, I mean like, you know, before the quarantine. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Never sure if I'm doing that right. Dun, 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 dun. It's time for a show! First up, Jackie. Jackie starts out slow, and I am fully ready to hate, but a few moments in, she turns it around. She tells a very touching story of what it's like to be stuck between two extremely different parents. I know what that's like myself. My mother is accepting and warm and welcoming and everything I do is great, and my dad is, you know, dead. To me. I want to share with you guys really quick the birthday card that I got from my dad. He celebrated my life by sending me instructions on how to remove the zits from behind my ears. Thanks, Dad. It took me a while to even figure out that it was him who sent it, so I just thought it was a really creepy fan letter. Crystal has something wrong with her brain. She's not pretending. And I think it is crazy that the judges are going nuts over her shitting on the stage when they wouldn't even accept a fart from Sakura. I guess if you're gonna toot on stage, you gotta follow through. Chekhov's toot. Theater jokes, anyone? At the beginning of Heidi's family dinner story, she really gets cooking, but by the end, it seems overdone. It turns into an actual drama about her uncle's struggle with alcoholism. I'm like, wow, long gaze journey into night here. There's two kinds of queens in this world. Superman queens and Batman queens. Superman queens are ready to fly at a moment's notice. They're ready to fly, they don't even need their lashes.
Yeah.
But Batman queens have to like see the signal, go back to the cave, get their tools, change into the outfit, come up with a plan. Gigi is a Batman queen. She needed to go back into the Batcave and work for a little while before she went out to fight crime today. Right. That Detroit joke killed me though. Before Jada gets on stage, she looks like she has to pee, which apparently happens a lot because her entire set is about having to pee during a pageant. It is a shame to me that this story did not fly because the subject matter is comedy gold. I love pee stories. I personally have peed myself publicly many times. One time it was right in the middle of a season 10 episode 2 viewing party where I was hosting, and right before Calorie packed her bags, I peed my chair right on stage. It just shows you how small my bladder is. I couldn't even hold it through Calorie's stay on season 10. Enough! It's time for the runways. Jackie, I'm here for it. It's camp, and it's hilarious, and I'm ready. Crystal, I think this is beautiful and brilliant because it is a reference to Nick Cave, who is an iconic American artist. He makes these incredible outfits out of special materials that when you move, they make all different kinds of music, and you can see them in museums across this great nation. It really is an indication to me that Crystal is not just a weirdo, she's also very smart. Heidi. soft and supple.
A tailored dress?
Jada looks like a solar-powered dream. I love this panel on her head. Behind the scenes, Whoopi comes in and gives the girls the talk of a lifetime. There will always be someone that you think is prettier or more talented than you, but if you can keep your mind off of that, you will do a lot better. If you see someone who's doing great, be like, yes, we are great. That way you don't have to use someone else's gifts to tear apart what you have. All right, it's time for the judges' critiques. Jackie's one-woman show had comedy and heart. Basically, she was a giant purple people pleaser. Crystal killed it in her Pretty Litter show, and her sound suited her. I thought Jackie could easily have won this week because she was just that good by a mullet hair. Elle DeBarge is the winner this week. But as you know, in gay physics, wherever there is a top, there must be at least two bottoms fighting for a place. And this week, those thirsty bottoms are Jada and Heidi. In her cookout performance, Heidi bit off a bit more than she could chew. And though Jada looked like $100,000, she pissed it all away in her one-woman show. During the lip sync, Heidi is giving you so much as she can in this gown. But here's the thing. Jada pulls out a Prince wig, the hair is short, the legs are long, and we have a winner. Jada, Shantae's, and Heidi must finally sashay away. Ru gives her one of the most compassionate send-offs, but the most important thing is her exit line.
A small town queen with big city aspirations. Watch out, world, because Heidi's coming through. And remember, if I can do it, so can you.
At a moment when so many queens are wrapped up in their own pain and anger, Heidi's like, here I am, living proof that even a small town girl can make it. She is truly one of the most magnetically sweet queens in Drag Race history. With that in mind, I have to get into this girl's head a little bit. And today, we took the opportunity to do just that. I got to talk with Heidi via Zoom because technology. The answer is technology. Have you ever recorded a Zoom before?
Hi!
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, love?
So it's basically the day after your televised elimination, and Ru gave you the most compassionate send-off I've ever seen.
It felt so amazing because, there's sometimes you just like, you did great, now go home. To hear such amazing things from her is because it's someone that you've looked up to for such a long time, you admire, she's like one of the best in the business, if not the best, and it's just like, hearing such amazing, it's like, oh my God, I came here, may not have been the best there, but I came there and did something right.
You are a person that is naturally funny. Do you think that about yourself now?
You know what? I just think I can be funny. I think when I try to be funny is when there's the disconnect. It's like, what is she doing? It's very that. So I have to just talk nonsense as I tend to do, and just whatever falls out my mouth is usually the funniest thing. And then when I try to be funny, it's just like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Do you have plans to leave your hometown now that you've been commanded?
I do want to leave my little humble abode in North Carolina. I do. And I want to travel a little bit first and find out what really, really suits my fancy. It really makes me feel good and just somewhere I feel like I can thrive and flourish. And, a little once all this Miss Rona has left us, I'll be able to travel a bit and really take in all the different places and samples and whatnot trees and just enjoy it. And then I think I'll be able to decide where I should go.
As far as that goes, I know one of the things you want to do is tour, of course.
Of course.
But are there projects that you want to do besides touring that you think the race is going to allow you to do?
Yes, there is. There's definitely a couple projects I do want to work on. There's some that are already in the works. So definitely stay tuned and just be ready. Once I get my foot in the door and start touring and do these other side projects that are already underway, I want to start touring colleges and high schools and motivate and give some motivational speaking, because that's where I really came into who I was and really came into my own. And I want to be a light for those people who are going through that change in life and really help be a beacon for those people, because that's a hard time in life. It's a hard time in life,
especially if you are destined to be a queen. It is a very hard time in your life. So I just want to thank you so much. And I don't know, I don't want to repeat everything Ru said, but I feel like You just have you're just like America's sweetheart. You have this great energy.
Congratulations on All Stars. Awesome.
Oh, thank you. All right, so we are down to the top 5. And as many of you may have heard, I am going to be on All Stars. I want to let you know that I will continue to review season 12. And right now I'm trying to work it out so that I can give you a review with the Jew for All Stars 5. If you want to see it, let me know. All Stars 5 premieres on June 5th on VH1. Until then, remember to watch every single episode of RuPaul's Drag Race season 12 and then come hang out with me for a little review with a Jew.
Have you seen Runaway Jury?
No, is it like Runaway Bride? What's it about?
It's about a jury and it has John Cusack as like the main guy.
Oh, okay, I'll watch it.